Good morning. Welcome to Gentle Slow Flow Yoga. So today we're going to begin in an easy seated position. So find something that's comfortable for you. I encourage you to lay a blanket down on top of your mat for some extra cushion. And then just find yourself in any comfortable seated position. Legs can be straight, can be kneeling, or your legs folded in. So take your time, settle in, really root down in your seated position there. And bring your hands to the tops of your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Let your eyes gently close. And begin to slow your breath down and raise your chin ever so slightly. Take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Begin to just bring your focus to this moment right here on the mat. Try to leave everything else to the side. If you're having trouble with that, just keep your deep breathing. Every time you exhale, it's like you're exhaling a thought that just is gonna go off to the side for now and come back to it later. This is not about emptying your mind. It's about clearing your mind and kind of getting through the clouds of all the thoughts and the to-dos and kind of just parting ways and letting that just still be there, still exist, but make space for this clear stillness of being in the present moment here. On your mat. Take a big breath in. Let it out. And gently drop your chin to your chest, stretching out the back of the neck. Begin to roll your head from side to side. Nice and slow. You can kind of shift your upper body around with your head to help protect your neck. So you roll your ear to one shoulder, and down and around to the other side. And stay to one side just for a moment. Take 2 breaths here. Really exhale and feel that stretch in the side of your neck. Then breathe in. Exhale, rolling your head down into the other side, pausing here. Inhale. Exhale, dropping the chin to the chest. And inhale, gently lifting the gaze. Drop the tops of your hands down to your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Fingertips touch. Exhale, sweeping the arms back down. Gaze comes down and chin tucks to the chest. Inhale, reaching up. So really feel rooted down but growing tall as you extend up. Almost like you're being pulled in two different directions from your point of contact right here into the mat. Like there's roots that are really holding you down into the ground, but you're still growing and lifting as you inhale and expand. So let's do that again. Inhale, reaching the arms. Exhale. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bring your right hand down to the mat. Left arm just reaches straight up. And kind of tilt your neck to the side, just like in the beginning, so your ear goes towards your shoulder. Big breath in. Exhale, reach that left arm over to the right. Big breath in. Exhale, bring that left hand down. You can walk your hands forward and back up to your seated position. Notice if you feel a difference now between that left side of your body and the right side, the one you just stretched open, and the one you haven't yet. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Start to feel a little kind of tingling, awakening sensation kind of as you stretch stuff out. Drop the tops of your hands back down to the mat. We're going to inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bring your left hand to the mat. Right arm stays up, reaching straight up. Big breath in. Exhale, reach it over to the left. Exhale, bringing that hand down and walking your hands back to the front to sit you back up. And every time we pause, if you find your mind start to wander, ask yourself, like, okay, how did that stretch feel? How does that side of the body feel now that I just opened and stretched it all out? Bring your mind back to the body and what you're experiencing right here in this moment. Drop the tops of your hands down to the mat. Lift your chin ever so slightly. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bring your left hand to your right knee and right arm comes behind us. So sitting up nice and tall with your chin. Lift it slightly. Exhale to gently release the twist. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, twisting to the other side. Exhale to gently release the twist. Now place your hands directly in front of you. So if your legs are straight or you're on your knees, they'll be on your thighs. If you're cross-legged, just place them on the mat right in front of you. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall. So starting kind of at the base of your spine, lifting up. Exhale, walk or slide your hands forward as you fold forward at the hips. Now, there's no destination we're trying to reach, so try to let your hands lead you and slide forward as you bend forward. We're going to keep a lot of space between the ears and the shoulders here. You can gently drop your head. And gently walk your hands back up, sitting you up. Now, if you're cross-legged, switch your cross-legged position. And we'll do that one more time. So placing your hands down. Inhale, really grow tall. Exhale as you fold forward at the hips. Just walk or slide your hands forward. When you find a good position, you don't want to go any further. Use your exhale to just let your head drop. Let your back relax. And use your hands to walk yourself back up to your seated position. Drop the tops of your hands to your knees. Fingertips nice and loose. And let your eyes gently close. Just check back in with the body and the breath. See if any clouds crept into that space of clarity in your mind. Just blow them away. Big breath in. Sigh it out. We're going to move to hands and knees on the mat. So taking your time to get there. Spread your fingertips. You press your hands into the mat. So as you're finding your position here, feel free to move the body around, shift the hips back and forth. Just little movements. Make sure we're not locked up anywhere. And press your hands into the mat to put the shoulders away from the head. Keep your head and neck nice and long as you look down at the mat. Take a big breath in. Let it out. Inhale, gently dropping the belly, lifting the head. Exhale, drop the head round the back and tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, up to cow pose. Exhale to cat. Now on every transition, begin to bend your elbows. You bend your elbows and then press your hands into the mat to lift you up. Bend the elbows as you exhale. Press your hands into the mat as you arch up. Do one more round. And coming back to your tabletop. Bring your big toes together, knees as wide as the mat. And sit back on your heels, bringing your forehead to the mat for child's pose. Always have the option to have your knees closer together if that feels better for you. This is a nice, relaxing, rested pose. So find what works for you so that you feel nice and relaxed. And you can just come to your breath. One more breath in child's pose. And we'll come back to hands and knees. Now, if at any point your wrists are getting sore, just drop your elbow down. So that's your elbow's in line with your shoulder. And do the same poses just from here. You can try it both ways too and see you might like one better than the other. All right, so find your nice strong tabletop. And reach the right arm forward. You want to shake someone's hand. And then reach the left leg back, leading with the heels, so pushing away from the body. And find pressing into the top of your right foot will help with balance. Inhale, really lifting up. Exhale, bringing them back down. And reach the left arm forward. And send the right leg back, leading with the heel. Check that you're still breathing. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring it back down. And sit back on your heels for child's pose. One more breath here. We'll come back to hands and knees on the mat. And from here, walk your hands forward. Keep your hips high. And then bring your forehead down to the mat. And lift the head. We're going to shift our bodies forward. So keeping the forearms where they are. Then extend your legs, bringing your hips down. And pressing your forearms into the mat to lift your shoulders down and away from your ears. So look straight ahead. Big breath in. Exhale, and bring your head down and just rest one cheek on the mat. Lifting the head. So from your forearms, you're going to turn your hands inward and make your arms parallel the other direction. Right fingertips reaching over to the left, opposite way. Now we're going to turn onto your right side and lift your left arm in the air. Now you can do this keeping your hips down, or you can plant your feet into the mat and lift the hips. So either way. Exhale, bring the hips down, and then the arm down, and switching to the other side. Turning onto the left side. Reaching the right arm up. If you want, lifting the hips. And exhale, gently lowering the hips and bringing the arm down. And pressing into the mat to look straight ahead. Inhale. Exhale. Gently rest one cheek to the mat. You can kind of move your arms off to the side. Take one more breath here. We're going to move to downward facing dog. So place your hands just below your shoulders, with your elbows hugged in. And then gently press up, coming through hands and knees. From hands and knees, bring your toes to the mat. Lift the knees, lift the hips, and set the heels back for downward facing dog. And here you can paddle the feet out. Again, explore any little movements here that make you feel good. And when you're ready, walk your feet up to meet your hands hanging down in forward fold. So knees are bent, top half the body hangs heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. As you inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips a little bit as you start to rise all the way up. The head and neck are last to come up, followed by the arms reaching up, palms touch. Exhale, bring hands together at heart center. Take a moment here to let your eyes close. Back to your breath. Readjust and then move around as needed. Shake anything out. Big breath in. Let it out. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. With your left hand, grab your right wrist, gently pulling it over to the left. Inhale to come back up. And switch, grabbing the other wrist. Big breath in. Exhale into that side bend. Inhale to rise. Exhale, bringing the arms down. Face the palms forward, fingertips reaching for the ground, so pulls the shoulders down. And lift your chin about 1/2 inch. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, bringing hands to heart center. Inhale, sending those palms up. Exhale, diving down, so bend the knees as you fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold forward. Your hands to the mat and step your right foot back. We're going to bring our hands to heart center. So if you need to get up slowly, bring a hand to a knee. You're all the way up, looking straight ahead. So front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Hands together at heart center. Roll the shoulders back. You can bring down your right knee if that feels better for you. If you've got some padding or something soft to bring your knee to. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, bring your right elbow to the outside of your left knee to a little twist. Again, you can have your knee down. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, bring the hands down. Step your front foot back and bring your knees down, sitting back on your heels for child's pose. One more breath here. We'll come to downward facing dog. And gently walk your feet up to reach your hands, hanging down in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold.
Plant your hands and step your left foot back, bending the front knee over the ankle. So again, you can bring that knee down if you'd like. And bring your hands to your knees to help guide you up with your balance. Inhale. Exhale, bringing your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bringing the hands down. Just bring your right knee down and then sit back on your heels for child's pose. One more breath here, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. And then from down dog, walk your feet up to your hands. Knee down and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sink the hips back, and slowly rise all the way up. Look down at your feet and make sure you're standing about hip width distance apart. Your feet are firmly planted into the mat. Again, almost like there's roots growing down from your feet, holding you down into the ground. Bend the knees so you feel like you have all this movement, even though your feet are planted firmly and you feel very stable. You should feel like you have complete range of motion, but still feel like very firmly grounded. Your hands together, heart center. And press your weight a little bit further into your right foot, taking the weight off your left foot. Still keep that length, standing up nice and tall. Just feel yourself grow deeper down into your right foot as your left foot kind of starts to come off the ground a little bit. Now bring the heel of your left foot back behind you. And then reach around with your left foot to grab that heel, pulling it in. Try to keep your legs together and it doesn't get all wobbly. You want to keep a nice straight line. It'll help with your balance. Turn to the side here. Then make sure your hips are shifted forward. That will help with balance. Then grab your foot by the inner arch. So your thumb is kind of pressed into the ball of your foot here. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. On the exhale, you're going to reach the arm forward, bend forward at the hips. So you kick your foot into your hand and it comes up. You don't have to come too far. You're only here, that's okay. Just come as far as it feels good to you, and then pause. And slowly come back to that straight line and release the left foot down. And kind of walk it off, shifting your feet back and forth. And especially in these balance poses, come back to your breath. I know you're focused on balance, but just check your breath, because I sometimes all of a sudden realized maybe I was holding it while I was concentrating so hard on the pose. So just a friendly little reminder that we all need. All right, so we're going to switch sides now. So firmly plant both feet, feel the groundedness. There's still lots of range of motion, bending the knees. And then shift the weight, pressing over to the left side. Still standing up nice and tall. And when you're ready, bring that heel back, grabbing that foot. Just finding your balance here. Hopefully you have a wall or a piece of furniture next to you. That's always kind of nice to grab onto for help with balance. Then move so that you're grabbing the inner arch. Your thumbs on the ball of your foot. Inhale, reaching the left arm up. Exhale, reaching forward as you pull forward at the hips and kick that foot into your hand. If you fall out of it, that's okay. Just take a big breath in. Exhale, come back to it. Then come back to your straight line and release that foot. And then walk it off back and forth. Put your hands on your hips, maybe rock your hips back and forth. And bring your your feet hip width distance apart. A nice bend in the knee. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bring your right hand to your left hip and bring your left arm behind you. Exhale to release the twist coming forward. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, twisting to the other side. Exhale to gently release the twist. So now turn on your mat and take a wide-legged stance. This. You find your feet sliding on that blanket. Just move that blanket away for now. Wide-legged stance on your mat. Something again that's comfortable and your feet feel nice and firmly planted. You don't feel like you're tilted to one side or the other. Just take a moment, shift your hips back and forward. Now turn your left foot forward and turn your right foot about halfway, about a 45-degree angle. And Sink the hips down so you bend the knees. So the knee is in line with the ankle here. And then inhale, sweeping the arms up and open into warrior two. Big breath in. Exhale, shift forward, turn that palm up. Inhale, reaching that arm straight up. Your right arm can slide down your leg or bring the back of your hand to the small of your back. To exhale, reach that left arm forward and bring the elbow to the knee. Inhale, reach that right arm up and reach that. It's actually pulls your body up so that your elbow's only resting very lightly on the knee and not putting too much weight on it. But that right arm is reaching the whole body up. And a nice straight line from fingertip to fingertip. Then reach with that right arm. That's going to pull you all the way up as it reaches over to the side, coming back into warrior two. Turn both palms up. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. And straighten that front leg and turn back to your wide-legged stance. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Now really bend the knees and sink the hips down so that you can bring your hands to your knees. Press into your thighs to help guide you back up. All right, now we're going to turn the right foot forward, the left foot about halfway. And bend that front knee. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. And into warrior two. So readjust as needed. Everything's going to be perfect right away. Big breath in. Exhale, shifting forward, turning that front palm up. Inhaling to peaceful warrior. Exhale, reaching that right arm forward, bringing elbow to knee. Inhale, reaching that left arm up. It's going to pull you up. Reach that left arm to the side, bring you back up into your warrior two. And both palms up. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bring hands to heart center. Straighten that front leg and turn back to your wide-legged stance. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. So if you want, you just come halfway and just rest your elbows on your knees. Just drop the head, relax the back. And slowly rise all the way up. You can bring your feet back together and come back to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, diving down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hands, step your feet back, and bring your knees down. Stay back on your heels for child's pose. One more breath here. Inhale, coming back up to hands and knees. And walk your knees forward so you can come back to your seated position. And bring the soles of your feet together. Clasp your hands together around your feet. And then pull your heels in as far as they'll go. And inhale, grow up nice and tall. Deep breath in. Exhale, gently pull on your feet. Your elbows are going to go off to the side as you fold forward at the hips, leading with your chest. Only go as far as you can, keeping your back nice and straight, your chin lifted. Big breath in. Exhale, now drop the head. You can round the back, just relax and surrender forward. Excuse me. Then use your hands on the mat to gently push you back up to seated and draw your knees together. And we're going to lay down on the mat. So take your time to get there. Keep your soles of the feet on the mat, your knees up. And bring your hands to rest just alongside you with your palms on the mat. Just take a couple deep breaths here, just relaxing, getting comfortable. A big breath in. Let it out. Then open up your arms to the side. And begin to wave your knees back and forth. Let them fall to the left as you turn your head to the right.
Exhale to release the twist. Waving the legs back and forth again. Let your body know this is our wind down time. This is to loosen up, release and let go. Let your knees fall to the right as you turn your head to the left. Exhale to gently release the twist. And gently bring both knees in. And put a hand on each knee, gently opening up the legs. And slide your hands down your calves to grab your ankle, the arch of your foot, or your big toe, opening up the legs into happy baby. And gently bring your feet in. Bring your knees together. Hugging your knees in. And extend both feet up into the air. Knees can be bent, they're not going to come straight up. That's kind of hard, but just a nice relaxed knees up into the air. If you want to scoot your mat, you could bring them and rest them up against the wall. One by one, lower your feet down, leading with the heel. So point your heel forward, let your heel guide your leg down. And inhale, sweep the arms across the floor so they're just above your head on the mat into a full body stretch. And relax. We're going to move into our final resting pose. So bring over a blanket or a pillow to make yourself extra cozy. You can lay your arms at your side or bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And let your eyes gently close. Begin to slow your breath down. Again, if any of those clouds of thought begin to peek back in, just clear them out. Leave that space for you. Leave that space of
clarity and presence. And just check in with yourself and how you're feeling. Your body's feeling. Your mind's feeling. This is your time to just be. Just feel your body grow heavy. Like there's a slight magnetic pull pulling your body to the ground. Feel your jaw relax. You almost feel a sort of melting sensation, just relaxing the different parts of your body. You're welcome to stay here in your Shavasana for as long as you would like today. This is your home practice, so you get to decide when it's time. And when it is time, just start with slow taps with the fingers. Maybe you bring your knees up and wave them back and forth again. Or roll into your side and gently sitting yourself up. Thank you for practicing with me today. It was a joy. I feel good. I hope you do too. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful rest of the week. So stay safe, stay healthy. Remember to always be kind. Namaste.